Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dream if you are new to my channel, and I make videos on everything that has to do with momhood. So toddler hauls, I do some day in the life of, I love vlogging, I do what we eat in a day, I do some clothing hauls for baby, I do just a whole host of videos. So if you like that kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe down below. But this video is going to be the 5 things that I wish I knew before becoming a mom. If I knew these things, I would have saved a little bit of headache and worry. But as a parent, you're going to worry. So let's jump into it. I hope this video provides some comfort for some of those new moms or expecting moms that may go through some of these same issues. The first thing I wish I knew before becoming a mom is breastfeeding is not as easy and as natural as they say. For some women, the baby will come out and they will latch perfectly and everything will grow great. But for most of us, there is going to be a bit of a learning curve. And your baby's going to come out and you're going to need help with latching, like I did. You're going to need help with just the positioning of the baby, even if you take every class of the under the sun, which me and my husband did take. We took particular classes geared towards breastfeeding. Yes, they gave us great tips and they helped us out, but when our children came out, we still had to learn actually how to do it with a real baby. So there was a bit of a learning curve. Also, your baby may come out with a tongue or lip tie or even both. So that is a whole nother host of issues that you're gonna need help with. But don't be discouraged. Even if your baby comes out and you're having difficult with breastfeeding in the beginning and you have to supplement with a little bit of formula, don't feel bad, because guess what? There is light at the end of the tunnel and you will still be able to breastfeed. You just stick in there and stick through it. We had people there were resources at our hospital where I gave birth that helped me with latching. The nurses were amazing. The lactation consultants were amazing. There are people that will come to your house and follow up with you and help you latch. There are people that you can go to your doctor's office, your OBGYN, that will help you latch and help your baby and help you learn how to breastfeed. So if your baby comes out and it's not working out and it's not as natural and as blissful and it hurts, because it will, in the beginning, just know there are people out there that will help and all that will subside and it will be better. And some people, breastfeeding doesn't work out. And guess what? That is okay. And I know this is so hard to hear, especially when you've had your heart set on breastfeeding, but it's okay. And a fed baby is undoubtedly the best baby. And I had the most awesome lactation consultant. I was able to produce milk and I was able to nurse, but she told me, relax. Who cares if your baby has to be supplemented with formula at first? Your baby's fed. They're going to be happy. It's okay. And that was kind of the best advice that we got. And I was able to nurse as long as I wanted to nurse. And I was able to produce milk as long as I wanted, because I didn't have that weight on my shoulder. So I just want to tell new moms, relax. Everything's going to work out. A fed baby is undoubtedly the best. The next thing that I wish I knew before I had a baby is a win is a win. And what I mean by that is we see Instagram, we see Facebook, we see all these new moms perfectly done up, baby on, nursing, and everybody's doing great and they look fantastic. But guess what? That's not reality. Instagram, Facebook, any social media, Snapchat, whatever, I don't even have all of those. They are just the highlight reel. Remember when you were a kid? I remember looking back at pictures and, we look so great as a family and everybody's all smiled up and we look like the perfect family. But I'll remember the story. Oh my God, I was screaming and throwing a fit before I took that picture. Oh, I punched my brother before I took that picture. Oh, my brother's pinching me in the back before we took that picture. Like, all of those social media things are just a highlight reel. So in the beginning, it is hard, and it is hard for everybody. And I'm getting close to the camera. So if you see Susie May, and I just made up that name, on Instagram and she looks perfect, posted up, breastfeeding, and she just had the baby 2 hours ago and everything's great. Remember, that's just the highlight reel. That baby could have been screaming, going crazy a minute before. So a win is a win in the beginning. In the beginning, if all you did today was breastfeed your baby or fed your baby and your baby took 2 naps, girl, you're doing great. Maybe you didn't get to shower. Maybe you haven't washed your hair in 5 days. But your baby ate and they took a few naps. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. Do not compare yourself to moms on social media. I post those pretty pictures too, but every picture has a backstory. So relax. You're doing amazing. You're doing great. If all you did today was feed your baby and they screamed in between it, but you succeeded with breastfeeding today, you're doing amazing. Thumbs up to you. If all you did, if your teenager passed a class and, you know, they did all their homework just that one day, that's a win. Teenagers are difficult. They're a pain in the you-know-what. So you're doing good. So a win is a win. Those baby steps, they're wins. If your baby slept 8 hours today, girl, you're doing great. Maybe you didn't get to take a shower because your day was crazy and your house looks a mess, but your baby slept at 8 hours straight. You're doing amazing. So every win is a win. Do not compare yourself to those Instagram moms or those Facebook moms or those Snapchat moms, whatever. None of us are perfect. We're just hanging in there, doing the best we can. So you're doing amazing. The next thing is you may have the perfect birth plan. I did. I had a great birth plan. But when you actually get in labor, things may not turn out as they seem. I am a planner. I'm a crazy planner. My hospital bag was packed weeks before. I had everybody's number logged in my phone. My water broke. Guess what? A week before I was going to give birth, I had a great birth plan. How I was going to give birth. Everything was going to be so amazing. Last ultrasound, hey, guess what? Your baby's humongous. I don't think your baby is fitting through your little petite body. Tears, waterworks, crying. Your baby will probably have a dislocated shoulder, and they gave me like all of the list of things. Tears, crying. My perfect birth plan, or what I saw my labor and delivery as, was thrown out the window. And guess what? I don't care. Now that I look back at it, it doesn't matter. I had healthy. As long as you have a healthy baby, who cares? Maybe you wanted to do natural and you had to get an epidural. It's okay. Guess what? Little Johnny, little Susie, they're healthy as can be. They're thriving babies. So yes, you may have had a birth plan and how you wanted labor and delivery to go down, but when it comes down to it, the safest and best way is the way to get your baby out nice and healthy. And not just your baby, you. So that's all I have to say about that. The next one is, as a parent, and I laugh at myself, never say never. Because I'm a teacher. I see all kinds of parents like, oh, when I have a kid, I would never do that. Girl, I wish I could suck all that back in. Because never say never. Never say, I'm not going to say this to my kids. And your parents are going to laugh at you. Because when I call my mom and I'm complaining about my teenager, she's like, told you. She's like, you did the same thing. So never say never. Never say, I'm never going to give my baby jar food. Never say, I'm never going to let my baby eat something that is in the freezer section. I don't know, the things that we say. Never say that, because when it comes down in a pinch, we just want our kids to be happy. And sometimes we are tired. I work 40 plus hours a week. So does my husband. Sometimes our kids get a prepared meal that came completely from the freezer section. And guess what? I don't care. They're fed. I'm fine. Sometimes I gotta run and grab a pizza because I don't have time to make homemade dough. I don't get home to 6 o'clock. And guess what? That's okay. So the things that you thought you would never do, never say never, because you'll find yourself doing them. And guess what? It's okay. Happy kids are the best kids, and that's all we can do. And I don't mean happy kids all the time, because some things they want to do aren't going to make them happy. My toddler wants to chew on a pen. No, you can't, sweetheart, and you're not going to be happy when I take that pen away. You're going to be screaming like a wild banshee. But guess what? I don't want you to get color all in your mouth. Mama knows best. But yeah, happy kids are the best kids. So whatever works for you, if you got to run through a drive-thru, if you got to cook that prepared frozen pizza, fed kids are the best kids. And we try to feed our kids the best food most times, but sometimes we got to do what we got to do in a pinch. And the last thing I wish I knew before becoming a parent is you don't know what worrying is like until you have kids. And my mom really tries to explain this to me, because she says even though I'm off on my own and me and my siblings have our own families and we're old, and she says you always worry about your kids. So in the beginning, when you have a baby, you don't sleep because frankly they don't let you sleep. Then you're tired through the toddler stage, because when they go in their own bed, they're always trying to go in your bed and sneak in, and they got their feet in their face and they don't let you sleep. And then when your kid becomes a teenager, you're worried because they're hormonal and they're crazy and they always got an attitude, and you're like, please just turn out okay and don't do really bad stuff. Then they go off to college and you're worried because they're away from you and they're in college, and then they grow up and they have their own family, and you're worried and hoping their life works out well. So when you become a parent, you're going to worry for the rest of your life. That's why we got these gray hairs, which I only have like one long one. It's really weird and strange. And that's why we have these wrinkles. But it's okay. You're going to worry forever. But guess what? They're going to turn out good video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And also don't forget to subscribe. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.